Micah and John had a great idea for a YouTube video, and I think it's a good idea as well. They know how much I love YouTube. My family, my friends know how much I love YouTube. And so they said, why don't you come up with your top 10? Without further ado, I do want to tell you this. I came up with 10. Some are specific, some are areas, and I got 2 honorable mentions at the end, so make sure you watch this whole thing. All right, I'm gonna get comfortable here, cross my legs like I used to say as a teenager, like a girl, but I'm old enough now and my beard's long enough to get away with crossing my legs this way. The first one I have on here is a channel called Active Self-Protection. This is with John Correa. And so I roll right over here to the screen and I see that, wow, I'm looking at all the topics here. Waiting your turn in robbery situations. Man opens fire on Mesa PD, receives shift response. You see all this. Oh, I've already seen that when I see the red line across there. These are the things that I like to watch often. And actually, I've got my wife, Jennifer, she is kind of almost as addicted as I am to this channel. I really like it. I'm not saying this is my #1 channel, but you're gonna see a lot in my history from Active Self-Protection. So check that one out. Again, this is not really in order of how much I like them or something. As you know from some of the videos, or maybe you don't know, but I'm a Christian and I really enjoy listening, not just listening to the Bible, but I like to hear people who I respect a lot, they know a lot about theology, explain certain texts or maybe even debates. A lot of times I listen to a debate. But Mike Winger right now is top of the line for me. Here he is, Mike Winger. Let's look at some of the things that he's talking about. Hebrew roots problem. Was the flood overkill? 1981 prediction. He says, why did Pastor Chuck predict the rapture? Those are things that I might watch. You can see I hadn't watched those particular ones yet, but he offers also a lot of shorts as well that kind of give you some good insight on a few scriptures. So I really enjoy listening to him. What I really like is that he basically says, here's the angle that, say, the Catholic Church takes. Here's the angle that the Baptist or the Methodist, or these are all the different angles of this particular scripture. But I definitely like Mike Winger. The third one I have on my list is Salt Strong. Now, Salt Strong is a show or a channel that offers a lot more than just YouTube. So they actually offer an app, and I like to fish saltwater fishing like in the bay. Like right here, how to avoid the destruction of your soft plastic lures. I need to know that because those things, they die quickly, all right? So I keep looking. If you'll notice, it's not that they're getting lots of views on that, but I feel like they're important to me. Like right here, top 3 artificial lure mistakes. If you'll notice, it's a lot of you know, saltwater fishing.
Do you use the watch later function though?
Watch later. You know what? I don't use the watch later.
Right. So long press on it, like hold on to it.
Long press.
Now hit save to watch later. And now you'll create a list of videos you want to watch later.
Now look at this. Here I am thinking I'm a YouTube expert, and Micah is basically trumping me on that. So I didn't know I could do that to watch later. But let's go to number 4. TED Talks is what we're saying now. I'll pull that up. I think it's just going to be overwhelming when you go to TED Talks. And here we go. I mean, an alternative to the midlife crisis, you know. It says AI is dangerous, but not for the reasons you think. I mean, these are some crazy topics here. Here we go, number 5. I linked this all together. So I linked this and I just called it comedy. Because with comedy, I'm not stuck on one single person, I'm stuck on 3 people. And those 3 people are Nate Bargatze, Aaron Weber, Dusty Slay. Hilarious guys. I love watching stand-up. Check out Nate Bargatze, check out Aaron Weber, check out Dusty Slay. They are hilarious. Number 6 is the Millennial Farmer. This guy is up in Minnesota, and he is a family guy. He has some of the biggest and best farming equipment you've ever seen. He farms a lot of acres, and he's always involving his wife and his dad and his son and children, and so he's just really a lot of fun. Just a great channel. Really shares a lot of family values, which is something I heavily believe in. Now this is going to be a local, and you already could probably guess that this is going to be another one on my list. Again, I don't have any of this in order of as how much I like it. Patrick Shivers. All right, so this guy I'm really excited about because he's a local and he's a great friend of mine, and we even have a video where we visited him, and you'll see me on one of his videos where we visited the Sunbelt Expo. I actually took that picture, and now he's got that as his thumbnail because he said, man, that's the best picture I ever had anybody take. I just had an Android phone, which I love, and I just popped that picture there, and that was when we were at the Sunbelt Expo. Oh, look at there. Today on the farm, visiting our friend Patrick Shivers. So I searched Patrick Shivers and I came up with Blakely Feed and Seed. Let's move on down after Patrick Shivers. I love music. I don't know if I'm all the way to the level of what you'd call an audiophile. If I'm not, I'm really close. I've got a couple of bands I got to tell you about. One of them is going to be Joshua Lee Turner. This guy here is an incredible musician, incredible. He plays the guitar as good as anybody I've ever seen. I would put him up against just about everybody. And he goes around and he finds different musicians, and he's oftentimes on his channel showing them off as well. He doesn't always put himself in the spotlight. So it's almost like he's really interested in making good music. And he's got a buddy, Carson McKee, who's got just an incredible voice. I'm going to number 9, the Brothers Comatose. I just had an opportunity to go and see them in Atlanta. I absolutely love them. I kind of say it's a guitar-led, bluegrassy style folk music. I just made up something right there. Maybe you could even say Americana folk, I'm not sure. Just really incredible. I can't think of better music right now, but they're my number 9. Not number 9 down the list, just that's the number 9 that I brought up here. And then number 10, I'm gonna have to kind of link a lot of things together. For some reason, I feel the need to watch outdoor survival skills kinds of guys. Guys like Dan Becker. If you notice across the screen, you've got the tent you want versus the tent you need. I mean, this is like I never go sleep in tents, but I always watch this and think, I need a tent. I'd watched so many of these that I finally decided I'm going and I'm camping in cold weather. By 2 a.m., I was in my truck headed back to the house on a long drive because I could not take it. I'm a wimp when it comes to that. So outdoor survival is a big deal. Now for my honorable mentions, what you've been waiting on right here. I've got to tell you about a local band. Blake English has a band called Few Miles South. And they play locally, they play all over the country. They're incredible. And when you watch one of our YouTube channel videos, at the beginning you see that incredible looking brander that goes and brands the wood. Well, Blake is my guitar riff guy, but here they are, Few Miles South. Few Miles South, this song On Down the Road, and I'm gonna play this one because it's an honorable mention and I think they are incredible. Few Miles South, On Down the Road. All right, that's Tori. Uh-oh. So here we got Tori singing, and she's an angel, man. She helped my daughter Addison learn to sing a little bit better. She took some voice lessons from her. So much fun. You see it? That's not Blake. Hold on. There we go. Blake, Few Miles South, they're great. And then the other honorable mention is, of course, Blakely Feed and Seed. Micah and John, they put a lot of work into making these videos for us. Colin, the guys at the store that are running it when we're out here filming and things like that, we really thank them. We really want you to know, though, that we promote more than just our website, blakelyfeedandseed.com. We promote more than that. We promote more than just our channel. We want to promote something bigger than that. We want to promote like small town living, for instance. Help those people who are down there struggling to keep their retail store open. Help those guys out, by visiting and getting to know them. Most of them want to get to know you. That's a really incredible thing about our country. Speaking of our country, we promote the fact that we live in a free country, and it's an amazing country. I have a friend who's a missionary, and he visits countries that are barely free. Barely free. America has something really to be proud of, as we had men and women who fought for our freedom. To be able to let us be able to sit here and watch YouTube and be able to enjoy things like that. And another thing we promote, obviously, is just getting out with your family and your friends and doing some good, positive things, And then lastly, I promote my faith. You know, I believe strongly in Jesus Christ, and we're really excited that God has just provided us with a way that we can share our love for Him, our love for the world, our love for even you. And I hope you enjoyed this session. That's a wrap.